1. The boundary between Earth's atmosphere and outer space is often referred to as. The correct answer is B. Kármán line. 2. Low Earth orbit (LEO) altitude range is approximately. Answer: 160 to 1600 kilometers. 3. Which orbit provides the fastest orbital period? Answer: Low Earth orbit. 4. The International Space Station (ISS) orbits at about. Answer: 400 kilometers. 5. Which orbit is also known as the Clark orbit? Answer: Geostationary Orbit. 6. The orbital period of LEO satellites is typically. Answer: 90 minutes to 2 hours. 7. Navigation systems like GPS, GLONASS, and Galileo use. Answer: Medium Earth orbit. 8. The altitude of MEO satellites is about. Answer: 1243 to 22,236 miles. 9. Which orbit has an orbital period of about 12 hours? Answer: Medium Earth orbit. 10. Geosynchronous orbit altitude is approximately. Answer: 35,786 kilometers. 11. A geostationary satellite must orbit directly above the. Answer: Equator. 12. Polar orbits pass directly over. Answer: the Earth's poles. 13. Which orbit allows full coverage of Earth's surface over time? Answer: Polar orbit. 14. Which orbit is best suited for Earth observation and climate monitoring? Answer: Polar orbit. 15. The orbital period of a geostationary satellite is. Answer: 24 hours, 23 hours 56 minutes. 16. Geostationary satellites appear. Answer: stationary to an Earth observer. 17. Which orbit provides continuous coverage of the same region? Answer: Geostationary orbit. 18. Which orbit has the highest atmospheric drag effect? Answer: Low Earth orbit. 19. Which orbit requires the most satellites for global coverage? Answer: Low Earth orbit. 20. Which orbit requires the fewest satellites for global coverage? Answer: Geostationary orbit. 21. The first person to propose geosynchronous satellites for communication was. Answer: Arthur C. Clarke. 22. Which orbit is mainly used for remote sensing high-resolution imaging? Answer: Low Earth orbit. 23. Which orbit has the longest signal latency? Answer: Geostationary Orbit, GEO. 24. Which orbit is best for weather satellites that need fixed coverage? Answer: Geostationary Orbit. 25. Satellites in LEO complete about. Answer: 16 orbits per day. 26. Which orbit is most suitable for communication satellites? Answer: Geostationary Orbit. 27. Which orbit is best for global navigation systems? GPS, GLONASS, Galileo. Answer: Medium Earth orbit. 28. Which orbit passes over every part of Earth at different times of the day? Answer: Polar orbit. 29. Typical altitude of a geostationary orbit in miles? Answer: 22,236 miles. 30. Which orbit balances signal delay and satellite number? Answer: Medium Earth orbit, MEO. 31. Which orbit has the shortest signal delay? Answer: Low Earth orbit. 32. Which orbit do weather monitoring satellites often use for global coverage? Answer: Geostationary Orbit. 33. Which orbit allows entire globe coverage over time as Earth rotates? Answer: polar orbit. 34. Which orbit typically requires fewer launches and longer lifespan? Answer: geostationary orbit. 35. Compared to GEO, LEO satellites. Answer: have lower latency. 36. Which orbit provides best real-time communication with minimal delay? Answer: low Earth orbit. 37. Which orbit is ideal for mapping and reconnaissance satellites? Answer: low Earth orbit. 38. Which orbit provides continuous observation of 1/3 of Earth? Answer: geostationary orbit. 39. Which orbit is considered a high Earth orbit, HEO? Answer: above 35,786 kilometers. 40. Which orbit is mainly used for spy satellites? Answer: polar orbit. 41. The primary purpose of a satellite in a geostationary orbit, GEO, is? Answer: weather forecasting and communications. 42. A satellite in a low Earth orbit, LEO, is most vulnerable to? Answer: space debris and atmospheric drag. 43. Which orbit is ideal for a satellite that needs to continuously monitor a wildfire in a specific area? Answer: geostationary orbit. 44. A satellite in a medium Earth orbit, MEO, typically has a longer lifespan than a satellite in a low Earth orbit, LEO, due to? Answer: less atmospheric drag. 45. Which of the following is an advantage of using a geostationary orbit, GEO, for telecommunications? Answer: wide area coverage with a single satellite. 46. The path of a satellite in a polar orbit crosses over? Answer: the north and south poles. 47. Which orbit is suitable for military reconnaissance satellites? Answer: low Earth orbit. 48. Satellites in a medium Earth orbit, MEO, are primarily used for? Answer: global positioning systems, GPS. 49. The main disadvantage of using a geostationary orbit, GEO, for real-time communication is? Answer: the significant signal latency. 50. Why are low Earth orbit, LEO, satellites prone to atmospheric drag? Answer: they orbit within the upper layers of Earth's atmosphere.